YouTube. It's Andy again, and today we are back with another episode of Blast from the Past. And the fragrance that we are going to review today is a classic barbershop scent. For those of you who do not know what barbershop scents are, they are classics. You know, when you visit a traditional barbershop, there are certain smells that you encounter at the barbershop. You get the smell of the talcum powder that the barber puts behind your neck after your haircut is done. Then you have the smell of aftershave. Then you have the smell of astringents. You have the smell of shaving cream, soaps. You have the smell of probably shampoo. And you get the smell of hot towels or cold towels which the barber uses. Now all those scents, they are collectively known as barbershop scents. You know, in the olden times you even used to smell leather in the barbershop because they used to have leather pads, and they used to sharpen the razors on that leather pad. So the smell of leather was also available in a barbershop. So in 70s, 80s, there were many scents which are classics, and they are known as barbershop fragrances because they try to contain all these scents, all these notes as they were present in a traditional barber saloon. So the fragrance that we are going to review today is a classic in its own right, and the fragrance is Jaguar For Men. The original Jaguar For Men. As you can see, it comes in a beautiful emerald green colored box, a classic box. It's a plain box, beautiful color. I love the color of this box, emerald green, and it has silver engraving on it. And when you open the box, the bottle is an equal classic, emerald green, classic bottle. Now, earlier, when this scent was launched, it used to come with a wooden cap. Now, the new formulation, the wooden cap has been replaced with a silver cap, and this is a plastic cap, a silver cap. But beautiful presentation, and the presentation represents what the scent actually is. It's a classic men's scent. It's indeed a classic men's scent, you know. It's very subtle, it's refined, it's well blended. It's like that British elegance at play. These are some ads for this fragrance, and as you can make out, this is indeed a retro fragrance. And as you can see, the older bottles, the original bottles, used to come with a wooden cap, and the newer version comes with a silver cap. The older bottles had a different kind of engraving on the front, and the older one has silver engraving on the bottle. This fragrance was released in the year 1988. The perfumer behind this fragrance were Dominique Preyssas and Thierry Wasser. This fragrance belongs to the family of aromatic fougere. Top notes are basil, green notes, orange, grapefruit, lavender, mandarin orange, cassia, bergamot, anise, and thyme. Middle notes are fir, carnation, nutmeg, cinnamon, sage, caraway, geranium, rose, cyclamen, jasmine, and gardenia. Base notes: tobacco, oak moss, leather, cedar, sandalwood, patchouli, musk, fern, amber, tonka bean, and vanilla. The company which markets this fragrance is Den's Art and Fragrance. Now when we talk about this scent, this is a very mossy masculine scent. You know, this is an out and out masculine scent, not meant for ladies. It's a classic barbershop scent, and I love barbershop scents. You understand what I'm trying to convey. It's very, very masculine. And when you smell this on, you know without any shadow of doubt that this is a green fragrance. You get basil, you get a burst of lavender, anise and thyme, very prominent. And then in the middle notes, you get fir, carnation, cinnamon, caraway, geranium, rose, jasmine, gardenia. The florals are very well blended together. It's very difficult to pick the individual floral notes. They are so well blended. And in the dry down, it's oak moss, leather and tobacco. Oak moss, leather and tobacco are the most prominent notes, and that's why tobacco, leather, oak moss, they make a fragrance masculine. That's why this is an out and out masculine scent. It's a classic fragrance from the yesteryears, and I was planning to pick this fragrance up for a long time, but only recently I managed to get a bottle of this, and I am so thankful that I did. I love barbershop fragrances, and this is a classic example of a barbershop fragrance. Though I read online, like all the older fragrances, this fragrance, when it used to come with the wooden cap, the original bottle from 1988, it was very strong. It was very strong, and it was a performance monster. It used to last on your skin for 18 plus hours. But now it has been reformulated, and you all know oak moss is not what it used to be in the previous years. So this is a much more diluted version of the original fragrance. But even in the newer fragrances, this is a classic. This is a fragrance for a gentleman, for an elderly gentleman. Very pleasing, very pleasing. I've smelled many different barbershop scents, but I must tell you, this barbershop scent, Jaguar For Men, it is very smooth. It is very well done. It's like, it's like muted. There's something subtle about this fragrance. And I love it, absolutely love it. As I've already told you, this is an out and out mature fragrance. Not at all unisex, not meant for the feminine gender. And young people will not be able to appreciate the scent. Mature people will be able to appreciate what the scent is. 35 years and above men. In the present formulation, this fragrance lasts 5 hours. 5 hours, others will be able to smell this on you. Then it becomes a skin scent, sits very close to the skin and lasts for another 2 hours. So total, it lasted on my skin for 7 hours. And I think that is excellent considering the price that we are paying for this now. It's an excellent value proposition. This fragrance, you'll be able to pull it off in all 4 weathers, but in summers you'll have to go lighter on the spray. Otherwise, you can carry this off in summers, winters. You can carry this off in spring, fall. It has tobacco. It has leather, so it's good for the cooler months. And plus, it has a lot of green notes and florals. That's why it will serve you well in summers as well. But just go with few sprays, not too many sprays. It's good for daytime, nighttime. It's office safe. You can wear it to the office as well. I don't see this fragrance being a casual scent. This is a mature scent, and when I smell this, I think of people, well-dressed people. So don't try and dress this fragrance down. This is not meant for tees and shorts and flip-flops. No, this fragrance is meant for mature men who are well dressed. You get good variety with this fragrance. As you can see, You get a 100 ml bottle, you get a 150 ml deodorant, you get a bath and shower gel, and it also comes in a gift set with a shower gel and a fragrance bottle. This fragrance is very similar to other classic barbershop fragrances and there's no surprise that they all belong to the 80s and 70s. This is very similar to Paco Rabanne Pour Homme. I love that scent. But Paco Rabanne Pour Homme is a little screechy. It shouts. This is muted. It's very similar, but this one is muted. Whereas Paco Rabanne Pour Homme is a little loud. It's very similar to Azzaro Pour Homme. It shares similar vibes with Polo Green, the legend, and it's also similar to Sar by Van Cleef and Arpels. The common factor between all these fragrances is that they are barbershop scents. This fragrance was a hit when it was launched in the 80s. Jaguar, as you know, is a British brand, and this fragrance is very well loved in the United Kingdom. Now it's become cheaper because it's an old fragrance. So I got this fragrance for around 22 Canadian dollars from the discounter fragrancebuy.ca, and $22 Canadian for 100 ml. This is excellent value. This will serve you well for your office. This will serve you well for occasions where you need to dress up. So it's a good scent. It's a good scent and I thoroughly recommend it. Thank you so much for watching this content. And if you do like this content, then please do consider subscribing. Shalom.